Hi, Mama. Welcome to the One Income Family Podcast. Do you ever wonder how you're supposed to make it on one income? Like you're able to pay your bills and you get food on the table, but that's just simply surviving, right? I want more for you. I want more for your family. And I know that you want more for you and your family. And I want you to know that it is possible no matter how much income you bring in. So today I'm going to share with you 5 ways a budget can give you the life you're dreaming of. So go cuddle up with a nice warm drink, get comfy with them babies, and open your heart to God as we head into today's episode. Do you find it hard to save or get out of debt? Are you constantly searching for ways to save money and live on a budget? Do you have big dreams only to be stopped by not sticking to your budget? Are you ready for financial freedom? Then you, Mama, are in the right place. Welcome to the One Income Family Podcast, where you will learn what it looks like to budget on one income, how to partner with God in your finances, how to budget in a way that's easy to stick to, and how to cut costs and save money, all so that you can start building wealth. It is my mission to equip you with these tools so that you can live in abundance regardless of the amount in your account. Hey, I'm Molly, a budget coach for stay-at-home moms, and I know what it's like to struggle on one income. I've lived paycheck to paycheck, relied on being frugal, and failed many budgets until I learned how to budget without tracking. This has allowed my family to pay off debt and build wealth all on one income. So, if you are ready for financial freedom, then go grab that stroller, plug in those headphones, and let's get to it. Are you living paycheck to paycheck and you're sick of the inconsistency? I was you. We lived the dreaded paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. We paid our bills first, which, left us with inconsistent amounts each pay period to put towards everything else. It was hard to track. It was hard to save, but budgeting, it was just simply a nightmare. That is what I don't want you to have to deal with any longer. It's time to get out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle that you are living. It's time to be able to start saving money and working with consistent amounts each time you sit down to budget, even if your income is inconsistent. It's time to book a budget audit so that you can achieve the financial peace that you are looking for. And all you have to do is email me at mollyvanilla@gmail.com with the subject line budget audit so that we can figure out the steps you need to take to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Again, shoot me an email at mollyvanilla@gmail.com. So that's MOLLY, B as in boy, ENELL @gmail.com with the subject line budget audit. I've always been a girl for a budget. I love to create them. I think it's so fun. I even created such an elaborate interactive budget on Excel, and I was super excited about it. Like, there were so many parts that connected and different tabs that just worked together so cohesively, and all I had to worry about was just filling in numbers on the front page, and it all just flew together nice and easy, and I loved it. But it was tedious and it was time consuming to actually complete. So when my husband and we first became a one income family, I converted to the natural thing that just kind of comes with when you think you need to budget a simple way, which is living paycheck to paycheck, right? The paycheck to paycheck budgeting system where I would pay my bills first, buy groceries the following day, and then use what was left over, which I'm putting in air quotes, however we wanted to in the moment. We only made maybe $50,000 a year, and that was before taxes. So I'm not really sure what we actually made after taxes. So, there really wasn't much left over, but that's still the way we handled it. We didn't actually go, oh, let's save this money, or what are we going to do in the future? It was just right now in the moment. And it was not a good way to manage our money. If we wanted to do more, than simply take care of what was going on in the present moment, or if we forgot about something, we were SOL, and life just was stressful because of this. My husband and I were like, oh, what are we going to do with this money? How are we going to spend this? Ooh, we get to do this. We can buy this with it. But then in all reality, when those unexpected things came up or forgotten things came up, we're like, oh no, what are we going to do? We have no money left over. And so when we got back into budgeting, or I should say because I'm the one who handles the money, there was a huge shift in how we felt about our money and our life. And it's those shifts that I want to share with you today. So getting out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle is so important if you want to enjoy your life, regardless of the amount in your account. I've done it at $50,000 a year. I've done it at $100,000 a year. I've done it in between with all of the job changes my husband has done. And so I know that it's possible, no matter how much income you're bringing in, to live a joyful life. So I'm going to get off that soapbox and dive into the 5 key things that a budget can do for you so that you aren't just trying to simply get by. It gets you out of that survival mode and actually puts you in the driver's seat so that you can start making decisions, right? And I guess that's kind of a bonus right there. That's not really one of my points, but that is such a big thing right there in and of itself, is that you are no longer tagging along, being drugged behind by your money. Instead, you're in the driver's seat making solid decisions because you can see what's going on, right? So with that being said, let's dive into the first thing, which is with a budget, you then have the ability to save money. Because again, with a budget, you have the tool that allows you to see everything that's going on, everything that you are wanting to make a move on. Now, yes, to see what you're actually doing, you have to track it behind it, right? If you're using the traditional budgeting system. But with my system, thankfully, I don't have to do that. It's less work on my hands. But when you are able to see what's going on, you have the ability to save your money towards future goals, towards, little things that you need during the year, like bills that need to be paid for, like maybe there's a wedding coming up that you need to save up for, just future expenses that are coming, and you can handle it because you are able to start saving up for it because you can see what's going on with your money, right? The visualization, the ability to be able to see everything is the key towards every single thing that I'm going to share with you, because with that knowledge comes so many things that you can do with it. With your ability to save, you then are able to create a feeling of security. Now, we don't want all of our security to be stored up in our money, but we do want money to be saved up because God even says, and I wish I had this Bible verse memorized, but he says to store up your food, your things that you need for the future. Like, otherwise people wouldn't be able to eat, right? Oils, that was a big thing that he talked about. If they didn't save their oil, they wouldn't have food in the winter times and stuff like that. So that is a big thing here. You then have security because you're able to save up for those big, major, unexpected events that come up, because they come up. Life is not just like a straight and narrow road that's easy. No, there are 50,000 different sideways off-roads that can come up, and you just get pulled that way. You get dragged whatever direction life wants to take you, and you have to be able to handle it. But when you have a budget and you have the ability to see what's going on and you can save your money, you can start creating an emergency expense account. And when that's created, then you can start saving up for other things that you know are coming up. And when those things come up, it doesn't affect your monthly living costs. You have it saved up. You can pay for it out of the savings, out of the emergency fund, and you know that you will be okay. That is the great thing about a budget, is just that security that comes with being able to see what you're doing and creating a plan with your money that allows you to do what you want to do and not just be like, okay, well, this is how much money I have. What can I do? It's much bigger picture than that. And that is the great thing about it. Okay, so the third thing that having a budget gives you is margin. So it puts money back into your account because you're able to, again, see everything that's going on, every place that your money is going. Now, whether you're actually spending it there or not is another subject, which again comes with tracking, especially if you're using the traditional style of budgeting. But just being able to see what you want to do with your money is going to train your brain that when you sit down to make a purchase or you go into a store and you're thinking about making that purchase, it's going to put that thought back into your brain because you're like, do I really want to affect my budget, the things that I am planning for in the future for this thing that I'm wanting to buy right now? Which one is more important, and make a good solid financial decision based off of that. It is a game changer. But it also, like I said, puts money back into your account because you can go, okay, well, I've been spending money on this, but I don't really need to. And I'd like to be able to have a little more cushion. So maybe I take that out of my budget, right? You're able to make those solid financial decisions because you can see what's actually going on and what you are wanting to, the plan that you have for your money. And if things aren't working, you can switch it up, right? It's not a solid concrete plan. It is a flexible plan that is able to be negotiated and moved around based off of what's going on in your life. Okay, so the fourth thing that I want to share with you is that a budget allows you to start looking at money with a different point of view. Instead of going, oh, this is all mine, I have a scarcity mindset, like this mind that is scared about not having the money when I need it. So I can't give it, I can't help people out because I have to worry about me first. You know that you are taken care of. And so you can start creating and nurturing a heart that is focused on giving. You can more joyfully help somebody out because you're not going, well, I need that money for myself. Instead, you can go, I know I am fine. If I give this money away, it's not going to affect me. But I know that it can make a huge difference on this person's life. Or tithing or those kind of things. That change, that shift in your mindset is a huge thing that changes your personality. Instead of being so worried about yourself and your family and not being able to take care of them, you know that you have the security because your budget shows you that. You've been able to save up, which has allowed you to create that security, and it puts margin back into your budget. So then you have the ability to start giving money without the fear of it affecting you, right? Now, you still might have to fight against your selfish desires of buying things that you want to buy instead of, giving that money away. But it still allows you the room, the ability to not have to do it based off of scarcity, right? Instead, you can have a mindset of abundance and know that even though this person is getting some of your money, you are going to get so much more back, right? Because that is what God says all the time, that when you give, you will receive much more in return. Now, whether that's financially, whether that's mentally, whether that's just other people coming and helping you out, it doesn't really matter how. It's just a matter of you know that you are going to be taken care of by God and by those around you. And that is such a wonderful feeling, knowing that you can give money without having to be fearful of giving it away, right? So then the fifth thing that I want to share with you is that a budget then puts joy back into your life. Everything that I've shared with you, when we are living the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, we are not really able to save because it's not really a focus. We are in that feast and famine lifestyle of where one week we have enough money because we didn't have to pay that many bills, but the next week we may not have any income left because all of the bills took it. And you're not sure how to manage that, how to balance that. And it can be a headache trying to figure out how to do that every single month, right? Because things shift and change. And if you're on a bi-weekly system, whether you're getting paid the first week, it could next month, because you get a 5-week month, 5-week month, so then you get paid 3 times a week, could just throw everything off. And it's so difficult to have consistency in that kind of system. But when you create a budget that allows you to get out of that feast or famine cycle, because again, with that feast or famine cycle, you're going, I don't have any money, but now I have a lot of money. I don't have any money, but now I have a lot of money, but I can't give that money away, or I can't save that money because I never know what could actually happen, and I need to take care of these bills, and I need to take care of this. And we're so focused on the right here and now that when you are in that cycle, you aren't enjoying your life. It is a lifestyle of fear, of being stuck in survival mode. You get stuck in that place of just simply needing to take care of yourself. And it is so fearful and stressful and overwhelming that you're not able to live a joyful life because you're always worried about whether or not you're going to have the income to take care of whatever may pop up in the future. And when you have a budget, that fear is gone. And no, it's not gone overnight, but you're able to create a system that allows you to be able to save so that you can create that security and that margin, and it can change your heart into one that's able to give and to love others instead of being so fearful and focused on yourself. And that right there, my friend, is what is going to change your life for the good, for the better, to be able to enjoy your life regardless of the amount in your account. Again, I have done this at $50,000 a year, and I have done this at $100,000 a year, and it doesn't matter. My life, my joy has always been the same. Now, whether we can do more, and if we go back down to a lower income, it will be a little bit difficult to be able to go, oh, I could get this done quicker, like get my house taken care of quicker, and now I have to go back to working on my patience, right? The delayed gratification. And that is something that maybe God is working on in my near future, or maybe he's not. But it is something that I know that I will still enjoy my life, and I will still have a positive heart posture because I'm still able to do the things that need to be taken care of. I still am going to be secure, but I also am not worried about the financial aspect as much because I also know that God is going to care for my needs. He's going to be there to make sure my family is fed, to make sure we have a house over, or a roof over our heads. That's the saying I'm looking for. And we will be taken care of regardless of what comes on, right? No matter what life throws at us. So yes, this is kind of a short and to the point episode, but this is such a good thing that I really want you to, wrap your brain around how great a budget is. Yeah, it could be a little time consuming. Yeah, it can be a little stressful when you're having to make sure that everything's on point. But in the long run, there is so much goodness that comes from it that is going to make you have the ability to enjoy your life regardless of how much income you bring in, right? So, with that being said, I would like to share with you real quick the system that I use, and that is called a digital cash envelope system. And I love this system because this allows you to eliminate a whole bunch of tracking. You're able to see how much money you have. It's essentially the cash envelope system, but it's instead of like separate envelopes, you have separate bank accounts. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have 50 different bank accounts. I suggest starting with 6 to maybe 10 accounts. And I do have episodes explaining these if this is something that you'd like to look into further. But if you don't want to go and take the time to listen to those, you can also just reach out to me. Send an email to mollybennell@gmail.com letting me know that you'd like to learn more about the digital cash envelope system and how it could work for your family, because it is a great system that has changed my life and allowed me to make so many good choices financially and save up for things that maybe I never thought was possible, right? So again, if that's something that you would like to learn more about, shoot me an email at Molly Bennell, so that's MOLLY, B as in boy, ENELL @gmail.com. And with that being said, I will see you right back here next week on another episode of the One Income Family Podcast. Before you go, I hope this episode has ignited a fire inside of you, and I pray that it creates long-lasting impact. Did you know that you too can impact other one-income families? All you have to do is leave a written review, and you help get the podcast in the hands of other mamas in need. You can also text this episode to that friend who is also knee-deep in the same kind of chaos as you and inspire them to make a change. Also, your review lets me know that you're enjoying the show, and that lights me up. I get so excited to hear from you. Another great way that we can connect, though, is through the One Income Family community over on Facebook. So after you're done leaving that 5-star review, head on over to the community where you will find other mamas working their way out of the chaos. You can ask your questions and connect with others who truly understand what you are going through. I cannot wait to connect with you in the community. Until then, I will see you right here next week on another episode of the One Income Family Podcast.